What is up, everybody? This is IHE. That's my dinosaur impression. I'm going to do a tier list of the Jurassic Park movies. All 7 of them. God. I wish I could just get fun like Saw and just get dumber and dumber and more funny instead of more boring. Man, when you see them lined up like this, it really does go to show that we really could do with a good dino movie, you know? It's not good enough, man. I'm just going to get this out of the way. Obviously, the original, S tier. The one that started it all. Just a great film. It's so good and it nailed it so perfectly that it basically can't ever be done again unless you do something just utterly bold and different. But they've all been living in the shadow of this movie. It's all because of this, basically. Astonishing for the time. Visual effects work is great. Direction is great. So many great scenes. I love those practical effects. That score, obviously, it's all been said to death. Lost World's a bit more interesting. Not a good movie, but a movie that has some great scenes within it. I don't know. I find there's nothing worse than when you watch a movie and you can't even call out a single good scene. That's one of the calling cards to me of like some of the worst stuff ever made. So you can't even have one good scene in here, not a single good idea, nothing. Some of these do fall into that category, and we'll get to them shortly. But The Lost World has the whole T-Rex set piece with the vehicles hanging off the cliff and all of that. The long grass stuff's quite fun, but it is kind of a mess of a narrative. The Jeff Goldblum stuff is weird. I don't know if him being the main character was really a good angle to take, him and his daughter trying to go for that familial stuff of the first movie again, just trying to recapture the lightning in a bottle. But it does have the whole T-Rex in New York stuff, which is another stupid but kind of an awesome set piece. So as far as these movies are concerned, it's probably like a B. But in the realm of just all movies, it's probably lower, but I'm going to put it there for now. Jurassic Park 3. Funny? It's really when they just kind of turn the Spinosaurus as kind of like a Freddy Krueger type creature. The longer they go on, the more they just become these super villains. They're like magical, unstoppable creatures, but there's at least some stuff I remember about it. That's one thing. Really stupid, like how everyone gets involved in the story. That's just an ongoing issue with these movies, that just getting the plot in motion gets just dumber and dumber the longer it goes on. It's got the infamous Alan scene. It's kind of funny. Doesn't have the benefit, I guess, of the Spielberg direction and just being the sequelitis is strong. But I think I'd still rather watch it over any of the worlds. Speaking of the first Jurassic World coming in, maybe I would put it around 3, where it's dumb schlock like the Spinosaurus in 3. There's this whole super dino it was like a big white T-Rex thing, and it just turns into complete schlock with like it fighting a T-Rex and it resembling like, yeah, nostalgia always wins, bro. You're never gonna beat nostalgia. We're never gonna escape it. With the weird meta commentary on like audiences being bored and lazy, and I guess companies just have to come up with newer and newer, dumber ideas to try and get audience interest, and it's going to go wrong. You know, they're so like repetitive, like thematically at a certain point they all kind of do the same thing, just all aping the best parts of the original movie that the original movie explores better than all of the other ones. But I'll put World there, although I do have a lot of disgust for it. In the same way I do with like a Force Awakens type thing in hindsight, where it's kind of just a collection of fan service and trying to modernize something in disingenuous, cash grabby, insincere, stupid ways. You know what, the next one, I can't even see the title, I can't remember what it was called. The first half of it is so dumb. That whole scene with the herbivore being treated as this sacred cow type thing, where they're like ramping up the score, and this dinosaur's dying in like the dumbest, it's like a volcano going off, as you can see in the poster. And then at the second half it turns into this weird like underground exotic animal selling thing with the pure horror movie smart dinosaurs sneaking around a scary mansion thing, which is kind of fire. That's kind of what I was saying in my review of the latest movie, where just go stupid if you have to make these dumb films that are the same every time anyway. Just lean into how dumb it is. Like, have Freddy Krueger dinosaurs. I don't care. I'm surprised they haven't actually gone with the human dino hybrids yet. I feel like that's got to come at a certain point, right? There kind of needs to be another tier below D actually for this one, because I think this is probably the worst Jurassic World movie, where it's like, you thought the nostalgia was strong in Jurassic World, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let's bring the cast back like it's The Force Awakens. I don't think I can remember a single thing about this movie. I might actually have to... Jurassic World Dominion, right. Let me look at... God, what happened? That's right, there was this, like, clone girl... What is this franchise? It's just sad. That's right, they have these raptors. Yeah, they didn't follow up on the funny ending of the second Jurassic World movie where, like, dinosaurs are implied to have gotten loose and they're gonna go global. And then they immediately just don't do that, really? Is this the one that was about locusts? Something weird like that? Yeah, that's right. Genetically engineered swarm of giant insects, which they barely even showed or indulged in at all. This was one of those boring cinema experiences, like, ever. And I've seen Megalopolis, okay? That's right. It turns into like a Mission Impossible film for a bit. God, it's so scatterbrained. It just jumps around, like, almost completely randomly. No focus. Wow. God, this film sucks. That's right. Was it this one they were calling the Joker? Was it? An utter embarrassment, yeah. Maybe one of the worst blockbusters of the last 20 years, if not ever, actually. And lastly, Gareth Edwards' new one. I put it slightly above Dominion. Is that what it was called? Yeah. Is that 2022? But still, a slimy afterbirth of its own. Still can't escape the clutches of that original movie. All the references to it, all of the, like, it's so suffocating the way they do this, where they just can't find a new angle to take it. We've got another genetic mutant dino that they're going to get your butts in seats, but not really going to deliver on anything interesting. No characters that are cool, basic video game ass plot. It's just not about anything anymore. It's hardly even about dinosaurs. It's just like monster movies, basically, but not even like cool, fun monster movies that you'd actually want to see, because they have to be kneecapped by being these like PG, broad as possible. You have to have kid characters that can never be in true danger. They have to kind of be family movies. So just a poopy, stinky franchise, huh? And the only ones I'm truly ever going to rewatch are the Spielberg ones. The Lost World's just kind of like a strange movie, like Vince Vaughn is in there. Just a weird film, but also released at a time where visual effects and CG were at a point where they actually had to kind of try. So at least a lot of the movie looks good. The whole, there's actually plenty of really good scenes, as I was kind of getting at. The whole stuff with the poachers, there's some cool stuff in there. There are some good moments, but it's just strung together with a really terrible, stupid plot. But some of the action and set pieces that come out of it are great. And there's just no excuse that all of these movies, the last 5 of them, look worse than the original. And not just a little bit worse, but like significantly worse. For a film that came out in '93, that is embarrassing. And for people like Colin Trevorrow and Gareth Edwards, who say they love Spielberg and that era of movie making the way they do, they just feel like they're doing a imitation, and a shitty one at that. They completely kind of miss the point of what made them good, in my opinion. So what would your ranking be? Let me know your thoughts. And hopefully we don't get another addition to this franchise very soon, although I saw it. It'd be making money. So who cares? I'll see you next time.